Good evening and welcome to ICU TV Main News. We take a look at stories making headlines. Higher Education Authority warns higher education institutions to pay audit fees by year-end or face deregistration. Court convicts Bowman, Lusambo and 3 others for unlawful assembly in Kabwe. Cabinet approves 20 key bills to enhance governance and economic development. And in international news, several hundred feared dead as Tanzania election protest continues. And in sports news, FAS secures friendly matches against South Africa and Burundi. With the news details, my name is Memory Mango. The Higher Education Authority has issued a warning to all higher education institutions in Zambia, urging them to pay their annual institutional duty fees and undergo institutional audit by 31st December 2025 to avoid deregistration. Higher Education Authority Corporate Communications Officer Mr. Boniface Musoba explains that the directive issued in line with the statutory instrument number 51 of the 2024 and the Higher Education Amendment Act of 2021 requires all higher education institutions to conduct annual self-assessment and submit reports to the authority on or before 31st March each year. Mr. Musoba notes that payment of the annual institutional audit fees form part of this statutory requirement and is legally enforced.
Pay audit fees by 31st December 2025 or face deregistration, HEA warns higher education institutions. The Higher Education Authority has issued a stern warning to all higher education institutions that failure to pay annual institutional audit fees and undergo an institutional audit by 31st December 2025 will result in deregistration in accordance with the provision of the law. Statutory Instrument number 51 of 2024, issued pursuant to the Higher Education Amendment Act 2021, mandates that all higher education institutions.
Meanwhile, Mr. Musoba says the Higher Education Authority has expressed concerns that some institutions remain non-compliant, particularly regarding the payment of the audit fees. He says such non-compliancy the authority notes undermines its mandate to ensure quality assurance and oversight under the Higher Education Act 2013 as mandated.
The authority has noted with concern that a few institutions remain non-compliant, particularly regarding the payment of annual institution audit fee. This breach undermines the quality assurance and oversight functions mandated to the authority under the Higher Education Act 2013 as read together with the Higher Education Amendment Act 2021. Accordingly, any higher education institution that has not paid the annual institutional audit fee and has not undergone an institutional audit by 31st December 2025 will face deregistration in accordance with 1.
The Kabwe Subordinate Court has convicted former Lusaka Province Minister Bowman Lusambo and 3 others for unlawful assembly, contrary to the Penal Code, Chapter 87 of the Laws of Zambia. Delivering judgment on October 29, 2025, the court found Mr. Lusambo, Billy C. Chamba, Saidi Sibwana, and Martin Simfukwe guilty, while acquitting Matthews Changwe. The case arose from an incident that occurred on November 2, 2023 at Brimas in Kabwe Town Center. Senior Public Prosecutor Elizabeth Sinkute from the National Prosecution Authority led the prosecution, calling 7 witnesses while testimonies established a breach of peace. The 4 convicts received 8 months in prison sentences with hard labor suspended for 12 months. However, the suspended sentence does not affect Mr. Lusambo, who remains confined at the Mwembeshi Correctional Facility 7, a separate sentence. Cabinet has endorsed 20 significant bills intended to strengthen government system, improve accountability, enhance service delivery, and stimulate Zambia's socio-economic growth. According to Chief Government Spokesperson Cornelius Mwitwa, the bill were approved during the 20th Cabinet meeting held at State House on Wednesday, October 29, 2025. Among the proposed laws is the Immigration Control Bill 2025, designed to modernize immigration management, tighten border control, and reduce illegal migration. Cabinet also approved the Criminal Procedure Code and Anti-Corruption Amendment Bill 2025, which introduced tougher penalties, including non-bailable offenses for serious crimes such as defilement, rape, incest, stock theft, and theft of medicines, as well as the implementation of forensic criminal procedures. In the media sector, Cabinet approved the Zambia Broadcasting Corporation ZNBC Bill 2025 and the Independent Broadcasting Authority IBA Bill 2025. The ZNBC Bill the Zambia National Broadcasting Corporation Bill seeks to restructure the public broadcaster and establish a broadcast levy system, while the IBA Bill enhanced the regulatory framework for the broadcasting industry. Mr. Mwitwa further adds that the Banking and Finance Service Bill 2025 was approved to strengthen the oversight role of the Bank of Zambia and protect consumers, adding that the State-Owned Enterprise Bill 2025 will create a government investment department to ensure transparency and accountability in sectors. He reveals other approved bills, including the National Payment System Bill and the Zambia Deposit Insurance Corporation Bill 2025, which aim to maintain financial stability and safeguard depositor funds. Cabinet also endorsed amendments to tax laws such the income tax, custom and value-added tax, property transfer tax, and the Zambia Revenue Authority Act to improve revenue collection and fiscal efficiency. Mr. Mwitwa states that these legislative reforms underscore the government's continuous dedication to promoting good governance, combating corruption, and strengthening the rule of law.
An introduction of the bill in Parliament during the current sitting, entitled the Immigration Control Bill 2025. The objectives of the bill are to continue the existence of the Immigration Department and redefine its functions, provide for the appointment of immigration border guards and provide for their functions, regulate the entry of persons into and departure of persons from the Republic of Zambia and regulate immigrants within the Republic. The proposed bill will, therefore, result in enhanced border management and security, effective regulation and migration, and combating all illegal migration through the introduction of robust enforcement mechanisms which will invariably contribute to national development.
We now take our first break. Stay tuned for more news.
Welcome to the Zambia Research and Development Center, an institution dedicated to national development through capacity building and community development. Established in 2007 by a group of professionals and lecturers, ZRDC has since become a hub of research and innovation in the country. Registered with the Ministry of Home Affairs under the Registrar of Societies, ZRDC pursues cutting-edge research to address pressing social and economic challenges. Get involved. ZRDC engages in activities that stimulate international collaboration, promote knowledge sharing, and make research expertise available to decision makers. Our mission at ZRDC is to foster innovation and capacity building for national development. We believe in addressing poverty and underdevelopment through institutional and capacity building, human empowerment, and gender participation. In our quest to foster innovation and capacity building for national development, ZRDC launched the ZRDC University Sponsorship for Capacity Building and Development Program to facilitate knowledge advancement among ZRDC researchers and those intending to join the research community. Qualified Zambian citizens can pursue education at credible universities in Zambia with guaranteed prospects of joining the ZRDC research community. ZRDC engages in industrial and technological research, covering research development and innovative investigations to drive dynamic industrial development at national and regional levels. Join us at the Zambia Research and Development Center as we continue to innovate, empower, and shape a brighter future for Zambia. ZRDC, fostering innovation and capacity building for national development.
Chairperson of the Technical Committee on Constitutional Amendments, Justice Christopher Mushavati, has described the sitting held in Kabwe, Central Province, as highly successful, citing overwhelming and valuable public participation. Speaking to journalists after the conclusion of the committee's engagement in the province, Justice Mushavati paid tribute to the people of Central Province for their active submissions and thanked traditional leaders for their vital role in the process. He confirmed that all districts in the province were covered during the sitting, which ran from Monday, October 27 to today. The Ministry of Tourism has confirmed an incident in which a 55-year-old man, Mr. Binwo Nyerenda of Yoram village in Chapswefu district, was attacked by a leopard on October 28, 2025. According to the Department of National Parks and Wildlife, Mr. Nyerenda was returning from his farm when the animal pounced on him, prompting him to defend himself with an axe, fatally injuring the leopard. He sustained injuries to both hands and face and is currently receiving treatment at Kamuna Hospital, where his condition is reported to be stable. Department of National Parks and Wildlife officers have since collected the carcass for the examination and initiated investigations into the incident. The ministry says measures are being taken to ensure wildlife monitoring, community sensitization, and safety training to prevent similar occurrences. Several civil society organizations have expressed serious concerns regarding the ongoing public consultations conducted by the Technical Committee on Constitutional Amendments. The groups observed that limited publicity, unclear procedures, and insufficient accessibility have hindered meaningful citizen participation in the process. CSO monitors reported incidents where citizens were pressured to adjust their submissions or sign pre-prepared documents, raising concerns about the integrity and credibility of the consultations. While the organizations have encouraged citizens to make submissions, they call on the Technical Committee to enhance transparency, provide clear guidelines, and ensure translation services for broader participation. The CSOs urged the government and the committee to take immediate corrective measures to uphold accountability and public trust in constitutional reform process.
The undersigned civil society organizations are concerned about the ongoing public consultations being undertaken by the Technical Committee mandated to consult the Zambian people and draft proposed amendments to the Constitution. As we have consistently stated, the current constitutional reform process is fundamentally flawed, restrictive, and inconsistent with the principles of transparency, accountability, inclusivity, and genuine public participation. We, however, have encouraged citizens to make submissions to the technical committee so that their views are on record. It is therefore the manner in which the process of engaging with the committee is taking place that has deeply concerned the teams observing it. From the 27th to the 29th of October 2025, the undersigned civil society organizations and partners monitored the technical committee consultations in Eastern, Northern, Central, Western, and Northwestern provinces. Our observations and feedback from stakeholders and monitors have revealed a number of serious concerns that further call into question the legitimacy, inclusiveness, and...
You're still watching ICU TV Main News. We take another break. Coming up next is international and sports news. Stay tuned.
Bami wamwene kukupa basofu ate gift ya wedding wewe
kabampo ga honto gweswabo
wei
sebo bujiri bajita ko tihumbwa wa arwa kumumpa muzo
ale
they give one zo
basa sunu tusegelela akupobola nguzu ya mwanesu musanko yulagi mwana mujende
tamdori ndira
honeymoon yansa yebo tuni kurya honeymoon ndete kuya kusaka ka kupange maloko mbo tuni kukara amije kuno mutaro lo bagamba kuti utaga kuti nantaka mihi mulusaga ishindi mubwa kitabaga ndijite classification bagandi sibe buya baga kuhema jana
iwe amanini munganda mwana unkira mafia ngombe papeni na dabombe muno
Lucky!
Do you know me? Do you know my wife? Have you seen my wife?
Chirikwi. Urefu atoka ni mochari mpiayo.
Maybe I should go to the doctors.
Bambira ma doctor tiwabora hipondo tu.
Ah!
Chikaringa byani bantu nawe chakaringa byani ko. Oh.
Chachiringo kumichiringanya pamulesu wa mafuta.
Wow. I'm so impressed mura. Pesi ndari kwamba bakuti. Aya mahuta anonkira musimba. Imwe mwakasuba.
Welcome back. And now in international news, hundreds of people have been killed in Tanzania during 3 days of protest following Wednesday's general election, the country's main opposition party has said. A Chadema party spokesperson told the AFP news agency that around 700 people have died in clashes with security forces. A nationwide internet shutdown is making it difficult to verify reports of deaths. The BBC has spoken to a diplomatic source in Tanzania who said the BBC has spoken to a diplomatic source in Tanzania who said there was credible evidence that at least 500 people had died. Demonstrations have been taking place in major cities with young protesters denouncing the vote as unfair as key opposition figures were banned from running against President Samia Hassan. Still in international news, a former Australian politician convicted of sexually abusing 2 young men he made through work has been sentenced to 5 years and 9 months in jail. Gareth Ward, 44, has been in prison since July after a jury found him guilty of raping one man and indecently assaulting another in separate incidences in 2013 and 2015. Ward represented the coastal town of Kiama in the New South Wales Parliament from 2011. He resigned as a Progressive Party minister when the claims emerged in 2021, but refused to quit Parliament and was re-elected in 2023. Judge Kara Shades SC considered Ward's disability of legal blindness in her sentence and found no other penalty other than imprisonment is fitting. We take a short break, and coming up next is sports news.
The Information and Communications University is driving the thrill for the nation in research and development. Enroll now for full-time and distance programs in the School of Engineering, Humanities, Business and Education. To apply, visit our website at www.icuzambia.net or call us on +260 211 221 662 or 0966 342 359. Sponsorship is available. Enroll now.
Welcome back, and now in sports news. The Football Association of Zambia, FAZ, has confirmed two international friendly matches for the Chipolopolo during the November FIFA window. FAZ General Secretary Machacha Shampande states that Zambia will face World Cup bound South Africa on November 15 before traveling to play Burundi 3 days later. Shampande emphasizes that the matches are part of the team's preparations for the Morocco 2025 Africa Cup of Nations, where Zambia is drawn in Group A alongside Morocco, Mali, and Comoros. FAZ confirms that all top players will participate as the association aims to ensure the national team is well prepared for the upcoming AFCON tournament. That sports item brings us to the end of the main news. Before we go, we take a recap of the stories making headlines. Higher Education Authority warns higher education institutions to pay audit fees by year-end or face deregistration. Court convicts Bowman, Lusambo, and 3 others for unlawful assembly in Kabwe. Cabinet approves 20 key bills to enhance governance and economic development. In international news, several hundred feared deaths as Tanzania election protest continues. And in sports news, FAZ secures friendly match against South Africa and Burundi. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more news updates on ICU TV and ZM on ICUTVZM.com.